I've been telling people not to visit the Oregon coast, mostly because I want to keep it all to myself. We took a summer family trip out here, and honestly, it felt like stumbling into an underrated part of the Pacific Northwest. It was incredibly scenic. We explored the coast south to north and stayed in Florence for the first part of our trip. We booked a big Airbnb with lots of windows, and it came with some very cool amenities like a private dock on the lake, a couple of kayaks and paddle boards. It was super secluded, surrounded by trees, and felt just off the grid enough to be a proper retreat. Surprisingly, we were only a few minutes from a grocery store that very casually sits right in front of some towering sand dunes. One of our favorite stops was Shore Acres State Park near Coos Bay. The gardens were ridiculously beautiful, full of vibrant flowers and very peaceful. But the real show was the ocean, massive waves crashing into the cliffs right outside the gardens. We made a detour to the Oregon Dunes National Recreation Area, because how can you not stop at 40 miles of sand next to the Pacific Ocean? We booked an ATV tour near Winchester Bay, and our driver took us on a wild ride through the dunes. It felt like a roller coaster going straight down the dunes. Easily one of my favorite part of the trip, a big adrenaline rush, and 100% worth the sand we inhaled. We also stopped by the Sea Lion Caves, the biggest sea cave in the U.S., where we saw maybe 2 sea lions chilling on the rocks. Maybe the rest were down in California. Just a quick drive from there is the Heceta Head Lighthouse, easily one of the most stunning spots on the Oregon coast. We took a short hike up to this historic park, built way back in the late 1800s, and were rewarded with more jaw-dropping views of crashing waves and rugged cliffs. We also checked out Thor's Well, which is a natural sinkhole that looks like it's swallowing the ocean. Nature's giant toilet that's mesmerizing and a little bit terrifying. Toward the end of the trip, we stayed at another Airbnb inland in the Willamette Valley, Oregon's renowned wine country. With lots of vineyards and farms, it was a refreshing change of pace from the coast. We found a local Peony Farm that turned out to be another hidden gem. The fields were full of flowers. We took a ton of pictures. We bought a few bouquets to take home, then went to In-N-Out for burgers. We also headed up to Mount Hood, which, fun fact, is actually a volcano. Along the way, we drove part of the Hood River Fruit Loop, a scenic route with notable farms, orchards, and roadside stands. One of the highlights was an adventure park with an Alpine slide. You ride a ski lift up the hill, which gives you some pretty amazing views, kind of like a discounted Switzerland. Then you get on a sled and race down the track. You can actually pick up a lot of speed, unless a slow kid is in front of you. Another stop on the loop was a Lavender Farm, and it was beautiful. Very cool vibes here to spend the day with a wine tasting and good food. Their cozy little shop was packed with lavender-scented stuff. They even had lavender ice cream. All in all, Oregon blew us away, from beautiful coastlines to vineyards and mountains. You'll want to tell people about it, but don't do that because they'll probably ruin it. Thanks for watching. Click the button. Okay, bye.